kilogram, that it is also a kilogram and not less. So that are also measurement devices for length, for small length. Here you can measure the small length, and here you have the scale. But these devices are replaced today by a caliper. A normal caliper has a higher precision as these devices, but this device, a micrometer screw, this exists today exactly in the same shape as in the past. There has nothing changed. Yes, Germany was the first country with a national meteorological institution. Let me say, two guys have found that there is a need to make a standardization of measurements. And one was Siemens, that was the industrial man, and the second was Helmholtz. He was a scientist. And Siemens, you know all today, the company Siemens. Werner von Siemens was the founder of the company Siemens. And Helmholtz was, as I said, a scientist. And they come together and have found it should be, there is a need that when we speak about 1 kilogram, then have we to speak about the same amount. When we to speak about a time, we have to speak about the same time. And therefore they have founded, in the beginning was a PTR, Physikalisch-Technische Reichsanstalt, that was founded 1887, today PTB, Physikalisch-Technische Bundesanstalt, but that is the, let me say, the organization which produce the standards for all measurement devices. They distribute the standards, and this organization is adapted to the Ministry of Industry. That is also very interesting. This organization is not adapted to the Ministry of Science and Education also. That is adapted to the Industry Ministry and the Ministry of Economics. And from this you see the importance of the measurement and instrumentation field for the economy, not only for the tax, but also for the trade, for trade and selling. And therefore, it is every time adapted to the Ministry of Economics. Let me say, the Ministry of Economics is the highest authority, but all what is regarding metrology is delegated to the PTB. And we have then under divisions, for example, the Board of Weights and Measures of the counties, but so is organized that when we measure something, that we speak about the same amount. But all developed countries have such an institution today. All developed countries have such an institution. So here I have the task of the PTB. I think that can be made a little bit faster. The most important thing is that they produce the standards. They have to produce the standards, and so that we can calibrate all with the standard. The time is especially again a special, or plays a special role when you have an so-called atomic clock, or we say, let me say, a clock which is adapted to the national standard. Then have you an directly calibration from the national standard to your clock, directly from the standard to your clock. That means in this case, everybody is directly connected to the national standard. That is the only one's value where everybody can connect directly to the national standard. All the other things, when you calibrate the balance, for example, you are not connected to the national standards. Therefore, the PTB has to produce copies of the standards so that you can use it for calibration. But with the time, you are directly connected to the national standard. Yeah, calibration, testing, certification, of course. When you have calibration laboratories, they need a certification, and that is also done by the PTB. Regarding the society, the protection and safeness of the population, of the customer, and the environment. Environment means ray from everything what can be dangerous, that can ultraviolet light, that can be nuclear ray, that can be dust or fine dust, and everything what plays a role in the environment. And regarding the internationalization, the PTB is responsible for the acceptance of measurement results, certification, standardization. When we buy a cubic meter gas, then should it be clear what is a cubic meter gas? And that is also one of the tasks of the PTB. So, and here, sorry, it's my first lecture this semester. Here I have the measurement and instrumentation, metrology, measurement and instrumentation in 3 countries. The definition: we have England, we have Germany, and we have Russia. And you see that there are a little bit different in the expression. Let me say we start with England, because they have the highest, let me say, the highest resolution. They say metrology, we have measurement, that is the independence of concrete measurements, but the principles of measurements, the methods of measurements. And we have instrumentation, that are the concrete devices. The expression metrology is more a philosophy, science of measures and weights and dimensions. What is the true value? Exists the true value? That is more philosophy. In Germany, we say everything is Messtechnik. And we have not these three uh, different fields. We include this all in Messtechnik. What is not not in Germany and also not in England, is quality management, standardization, and certification. Because this is often adapted to management courses, to courses where the laws and rights and so adapted, not in the technical fields. It's a little bit different in Russia. You have here Измерительная technica, and that means that means instrumentation, but also a part of measurement. And you have metrologia, that means also a part of measurement, but it includes also metrology, and very important, it includes also quality management, standardization, standardization, certification. That is also part of metrologia. Therefore, we have every time to look about what do we speak. Important is everything, but the words, the expressions are include partly a little bit different fields. So, and I think on this point we can stop the lecture for today. It's 1:45, and you know, the practical work in the laboratory we will do in the end of the semester. That means the next block you have free. The practical work we do in the end of the semester with the people who are in presence, and the other people who are not in presence, we will try to set up a camera and a microphone so that you can attend them also via online. I will send you around in the middle or so of the semester when we start with the practical work. For today, I say goodbye, and the next Monday, the same time, with the same link, we start with the next slide. Bye-bye.
Excuse me, Professor Hoffman, I have a question. You told us that there is a PDF file containing all of the things you have said today. And where can I find it? Could you please guide me through?
You go in Oscar, and there is a lecture, measurement and what is the name?
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Measurement and quality. So it was the name. Measurement and quality. And there is files for students also, is this called. Things for students.
I don't see that.
But if you don't find it, you can also ask your buddy. He knows exactly how it works. There is in a top line are there some points, and one point looks like a file.
I'm looking right now at the lecture, which is taking place right now.
Have you the lecture measurement and quality?
Yes. And it says material for individual appointments. There's no material.
There is a materials for the lecture also, is it called?
Um, going into that. So we'll ask my buddy then.
Yeah, please ask your buddy, because when I go in this, it looks a little bit different when the students go in this order. Therefore, I cannot show you that.
Okay, thank you.
But the other students, have you found it?
No, Professor. I couldn't find the PDF.
It's a PDF, yes.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, then the upload has worked. That's important for me to know.
Can I send it on the chat?
Excuse me?
Can I send it on the chat?
Yes, yes.
Someone don't find it? Okay.
I must look. No. Where? I have a problem to look in the chat. Where is my chat? I don't see my chat. I have a problem to see the chat. I don't know why. No. No, I see the chat. But there is nothing's in. Yeah. Those from you who have problems with the handling of our Oscar system, please ask your buddy. That is important, because I cannot explain it to you, because when we look in the Oscar system, it looks completely different from this when the students look in the Oscar system. And therefore, I can upload many things, but I cannot send you the link what I use. That is not useful for you. You must go in Oscar, you must look for the lecture, and there is under the lecture and point materials for the lecture also is a name. And when you open this order, then you see I think I have uploaded 2 PDF files. One is a script and one is an example for later when we calculate something. To have the script is important because you have all the slides and everything in the script, and you can make your notes, and you can repeat it, what I have told you. So that is really important to have the script of the lecture. Okay. Have you questions, additional questions? Yeah, if not, then see you next Monday, the same time, with the same link. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye, Professor.